When Father Larry first started it, I'm not exactly sure how he attracted. It was almost like he was flying off the seat of his pants. What he was trying to do was, there used to be an old-time radio show on that he listened to and loved, and his goal was recreating that live on the stage at Craven. It was like a litany of legends. I mean, you had the who's who of country music coming to Craven. I mean, just to think that Johnny Cash actually was on the stage at Craven Country Jamboree.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine from I don't know when.
That's kind of mind-boggling, because when it comes to country music, even now, 35 years later, he's still a huge part of country music. And to know that he was here at our, and back in those days, they used to call it our little festival, our best kept secret kind of thing. That's kind of mind-boggling to think that someone of that stature was here. I think some of the fans almost got spoiled by the amount of quality entertainers that they had in those early years, and they just expected that would go on every year without stop. Back in those days, I was in the sports department of the Lear Post. Patrick Davitt was the entertainment guy, and he tells me that he goes out to Craven, and there's a guy in jeans, a cowboy shirt and hat, gloves, and he's helping get the stage ready. And then later he comes to find out that it was Garth. Just, I'm here, I've got some time on my hands, I'm going to help out. When Craven Country Jamboree got Taylor Swift, when she signed the contract, she was a relative unknown. By the time her appearance came, she had exploded and became this huge superstar. But the interesting thing for me was, even back then, although she was a country artist, it was quite evident by listening to her music that she had strayed somewhat into the pop genre. And I know going in, the two big questions were, does she really belong here? Because she's not a country artist. And two, is she actually going to show up and perform because of the contract? Because what she was getting paid at that particular point was probably 3 or 4 times what she signed for. So people were wondering, was she going to find a way to back out? Fortunately for the fans who were there that evening, she showed up, and I think it was a harbinger of things to come for country artists, because it was a huge show. With normally out in Craven, you're kind of limited by what you can do because of the size of the stage and what you can do with lights and other accoutrements. Well, with her, she brought the whole show. I mean, she had a marching band out. She was dressed as the princess. She did all this stuff. And I mean, even for me, who I'm more of an old style country guy, I appreciated what she did and how talented she was. That's what this festival is really good at, is making sure they have something for everyone. Whether you want the traditional country stuff, if you want who's ever hot at the moment, if you want the best in Canadian, they seem to have it all covered. And this is another great example. I mean, it's a great coup for them to be able to get Chris Stapleton. I know they tried for a number of years before finally convincing him to sign on the dotted line. And I mean, there's a remarkable guy in his story, going from, basically an outsider to all of a sudden catching lightning in a bottle, and now he's an A-lister. And I'm assuming will continue to be an A-lister, because talent like that just doesn't fade away.